When you're giving this much to them, you have less parts for yourself.
As a caregiver, sometimes you're just too exhausted to really focus on what you need, what's really going on. There's so many other things that are at play that when you need to focus on a specific subject matter, you feel alone. That's just the truth of the matter. That's going to be the subject of this episode of Chattin' It Up with CJ. Let's talk about the uncomfortable stuff. You know, the things that happen during caregiving that you just don't really feel is important to talk about. But if it doesn't get addressed, wow, we're dealing with a bunch of emotions that we never expected to deal with. Caregiving is tough as it is. But you know, there's plenty of times where we just feel tired. I know that sounds cheesy, but you do. You feel tired. And that tired is very much warranted. It's valid. It's real. Nobody wants to feel those feels, but it happens. Like, let's take example that sometimes you have to do pretty much the things you don't think you would ever do, like putting a camera in the home to watch your parents. You're not living with them, but you are kind of living with them because you see everything they do through the camera. Now, some people say they can't deal with that because it's an invasion of privacy. But when it's at the detriment of the well-being of the person that you're caring for, and you can't physically be there, that camera is going to tell you a lot more than you probably want to know, but it's going to help you out. I had to do that with my mom. My mom was bedridden, but she wasn't always bedridden. I had a camera in her bedroom to kind of look at what's going on in that bedroom. My mom, in her mind, thought she could still walk, but she also said, I'm feeling lazy. I just want to stay in bed. The truth of the matter is she was bedridden. I had to make sure that she wasn't able to get out of the bed. I positioned the hospital bed in a certain way that she couldn't easily get out. But she would try. I don't know how many times I've seen her on that camera trying to get out. She never knew it was a camera. And let's just say it's compassionate lying. I positioned it so that I could see what was happening in that room. I didn't want to spy on my mom. I certainly didn't want to see things that weren't meant to be seen. But it was for her well-being. It was so that I knew what was happening. And a lot of times at that time, I was actually living with her at that moment. I was down the hall, a few doors down. Every time there was a movement, I would see what was happening. And before she could hurt herself by getting out of bed, falling out of bed, remember her legs weren't working, I had to catch her because the last thing I wanted were broken bones, a broken hip, a compromising situation that I couldn't lift her up to put her back in bed. Dead weight is a real thing. And if you're not physically fit, or if you're not ready for deadlifts, it's a whole different meaning when you have to deadlift your parent. I had to do it with my dad. Sometimes I couldn't pick him up. I had to just leave him on the floor with a pillow, hoping there would be a neighbor home to help me. Sometimes he laid on the floor with a pillow and me standing by, apologizing. I'm so sorry, Dad, I can't lift you up. I need to get a hold of somebody to help. Those are debilitating moments between you and your loved one. You feel inept. As a caregiver, you feel like a failure. God, I can't even do that right. And while you're beating yourself up, they're feeling like, God, I'm a burden to them. And you're feeling like you're not capable. What's wrong with this picture? Sometimes we have to do things that we don't expect to do. Like Teri Hatcher. You know her. She's the actress from Desperate Housewives. She's now taking care of her elderly parents. Her dad is 90 years old. She had to put a Ring camera in the house. She saw things that she didn't want to see. But this is her story. This is what she had to say.
He'd taken his pills twice. So I actually called the doctor and I said, okay, so this is what's happening. And he was like, Teri, you've done the best you can. You have put everything in front of them to take care of them that you possibly can. Sometimes you just have to let go. I did see in the comments that a lot of you were just exhausted. You know, like that seemed to be a collective feeling. Yeah, that's what it is. It's exhausting and it's hard. I know some of you have also said like, it's so great to spend time with your parents because one day they'll be gone and you'll be happy that you did it this way. I think that that's absolutely true, but it doesn't change when you're giving this much to them, you have less parts for yourself.
Pretty eye-opening, isn't it? To know that we are not alone. We're all exhausted. We're all running out of ideas on how to do things. There's no manual. Every case is different. I'm here to let you know that from the well-known and the unknown, we're all going through the same thing. I shared Teri's story, and I share my stories to help you. My parents have since passed, and I don't know what your story is, but I'd sure love to hear it. Be sure to share your comments down below. I'd love to hear them. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. And remember to always stay blessed and be good to yourself. And I will see you at the next video. Hey, thanks for watching. And please remember to hit the subscribe button. We are trying to grow our channel and reach 1,000 subscribers. Now, for every new subscriber, these two nutheads right here, they're going to get a treat, so we will all be happy. Thanks for watching.